Niall Horan joins us. How about that? Woo! That's a treat right there. Niall, welcome to Heart Breakfast.
It is lovely to see you both. I think this is... Well, you've been on the show a couple of times, so it's good to be back.
Well, I just want you to cast your mind back to March. The album came out, Heartbreak Weather, and then boom, the world changed.
Yeah. It kind of went downhill from there. I'm sorry. I brought an album out. Well, the world fell apart.
At least you got your album out.
No, honestly, just about. No, I brought the album out, and then I was in LA doing the Late Late Show with James Corden, and we were shooting 2 shows the same day because James was doing a movie at the time. And then in between the 2 shows, President was on the TV saying, "I'm locking down the borders to Europe. If you're leaving, leave now." So I basically, within 24 hours, I packed my bag and was back in the UK, and without knowing how long we were going to be gone for. And that was it. Sat in my apartment for 5 months, but it's all good.
And presumably, you were going to tour the album, right? I mean, there was a tour scheduled. That everything all got canned. How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's a shame, isn't it? Like, I spent a year and 2 or 3 months on the album. I had a tour lined up. Myself and Lewis Capaldi were going to be touring America together in kind of March, April time, or April, May time. So that would have been incredible. And then I think I would have been probably on my way back to the UK now to start touring. I was playing Wembley Arena and things like that. So that would have been incredible. But listen, I'm not one of the ones that came out with the worst way. I'm okay.
But talking of tours, talk to us about what you're actually doing, which is such a good and brilliant idea, because I don't know if you saw Britain's Got Talent last weekend, but we had a full-on West End performance, and there was lots of talk about the entertainment industry and how it's kind of been overlooked that people's incomes have also been affected. But we're seen as a kind of secondary business, aren't we? Talk to us about what you're going to be doing. I mean,
before we go on, just exactly what you said. It's hard to believe that an industry that makes so much money for the government can be that far overlooked when other industries have been this furlough does not. These people don't get furloughed.
They're self-employed. Yeah, exactly.
They're self-employed, and there's tens of thousands of them all over the country who work tirelessly, first people up, last asleep, and haven't been looked after, and have the same problems with mortgages and families and stuff like that with no income. And when they don't tour, they don't have a job, and it's just as simple as that. They can't just jump onto something else. So I've had scenarios in my crew where lads are working on, and no disrespect to these jobs either, but it's not their normal job, working on building sites and working at Tesco and Sainsbury's and things like that. And it's just a shame that they don't get to do what they love, because they, as hard as they work, they absolutely, you can tell by their faces every day that they love what they do. So I was just like, I want to do a gig, because I could see that a couple of people were doing these virtual gigs, and I was like, if I was to do one, how would I do it differently? And I was like, let's pay the money we make on the night. Let's pay the crew that would have toured with me this year. And then in the meantime, one of the old production assistants on 1D, she had set up this We Need Crew fund. A crew member had to set up a crew fund, which is, again, beyond me. I mean, we're the government and all of this. And yeah, basically all pay my crew, and then the excess money will pass on to We Need Crew and get them paid, basically.
Fantastic. And you're doing it at the Royal Albert Hall,
which is
fantastic. Is it going to be empty?
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely empty. It's going to be myself.
Amazing. Yeah.
And so it's going to be a virtual concert.
Mm-hmm.
How can we see
November
it? How can we get involved?
It'll be, just to be honest, there'll be a link that I'll send out, and there'll be, you'll be able to stream it from there. I'll probably play for about an hour and 10 or 15. Play some of the new songs that didn't get heard from my fans this year. Play some of the my older stuff, and just have a bit of fun with it, because people need stuff to do on a Friday night now.
Exactly.
Where they probably would have been at an arena. This is the other version of it. I mean, it's incredible. The Royal Albert Hall, I don't know if for those who haven't been in it, it's the most beautiful room. And it's going to look unbelievable on camera, and I'll be the eyesore in the middle of the screen.
No, we're really excited about this virtual concert. it must when you're doing a show like that. How different is it? Obviously, you were saying that you would have been doing stadiums at this time. You'd have been playing Wembley. Clearly, it's very different. As a performer, how does that affect your performance?
I mean, it's going to be strange. The only thing I can probably equate to is, like any of those TV shows you would do with a small audience. Like a Graham Norton or any studio performance, like a Britain's Got Talent or an X Factor or something. And that's probably the only thing I could equate it to, because I've never done an empty room. It'd literally just be probably my manager, the band and the crew, because they're talking about restrictions.
Will you let your mum in? Will she be able to sort of sit in the Queen's box? Because obviously it won't be used.
I mean, I would have loved to, but Amanda can't even get her into the country, never mind the Royal Albert That would have been nice, but listen.
Yeah.
Mum,
there's a tiara and a glass of bubbles in there for you.
Can you imagine her sitting up there queening it about? It would have been lovely.
Oh.
Well, listen, I think it's a wonderful idea, and I think it's a great chance for all of your fans to get to see you and to just tell us, what is it like for a pop star? What's it been like the last few months for you? Have you
done lots of writing now?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's been strange. Obviously, I would have been touring, had a brand new album out. So literally from that to zero, that in the house. But to be honest, I haven't in the last 10 years had this much time off ever. So in a weird way, I've enjoyed it, because I'm obviously in a position where I'm very lucky and I can take time off and not worry about anything. So I've been, and that's not the case for everyone, which I absolutely know. And I've enjoyed it, but I've been kind of, tinkering away, writing some bits and pieces, kind of getting ready for when things half go back to normal and I can get into America and go around the world and actually show up.
Did you do bingo and quiz night on Friday with any of the lads?
I mean, how many times
on a Zoom?
Never done so many quizzes in my whole life. I'm absolutely sick of it. If I walk into a pub and they're doing a quiz, I'm going to turn around and walk out.
But what about any new hobbies? Did you take up anything or?
Oh yeah, massively into cycling, Jamie. I'm big into. I got a bike at the start of lockdown. I've got terrible knees. I sound like a 60-year-old man, but I've got awful knees, so I can't run. So I took up cycling, and now I'm full lycra clip-in shoes into the pedals.
Oh, amazing! On your Peloton, I took up drinking and running, so I thought one cancelled out the other.
And that wasn't this year.
Exactly.
She's got quite good at it, let me tell you.
I'm really good at it.
Niall, it's been lovely catching up this morning. I appreciate you taking time out. And don't forget, tickets go on sale for the virtual concert at the Royal Albert Hall, October the 16th. That's this Friday, 9 a.m. And you can get them from niallhoran.com. Big thanks, Niall.
Woo!
Thank you very much,
Thanks,
guys.
Niall Horan.
This is Heart.